All right, Shalom. I want to start off by saying, Kahul Alim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rukakwadash. Double honors to the head apostles of GMS and a salute to the Akins that are tuning in. I'm the servant the bar to GMS Boston. Coming back with something quick show here, based on an article here in the RT. Now it says, Oklahoma school board member says maskless children will commit murder and push for school mask mandate. All right, so as we all know and all are aware, all right, there's a big scare going on. All right, and I don't want to dabble too much into this because, you know, as the devil loves to hinder the truth, you know, he'll start taking the videos down, you know, flag my page and all, and go through the headache of making a new one. But, you know, what I do want to say is this, man, that this devil is desperate. All right, this devil is desperate because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, he knows the scriptures. All right, Satan knows the Bible as well. So, you know, this devil, you know, he wants to fulfill his NWO agenda, you know, and he wants everybody to bend to his will. All right, and he's doing it via the best way he knows how to, which is through the media, through the witchcraft. All right. Now I'm just going to read just a little bit of it. It says, it's a matter of life and death that the children return to school wear masks, an Oklahoma public school board member argued, suggesting that maskless kids non-eligible to vaccination will be killing their vulnerable peers. The same day a new school year kicked off in Oklahoma, Norman Public School Board member Linda Sexton went on a fire tirade against a law prohibiting school districts from imposing mask mandates unless a state of emergency is declared. Now they're making this drastic. You know, if this ain't fear porn, I don't know what it is, because if you have, you know, children, right, that are pro vaccination, you know, and then you have kids that their parents don't want them to get the jab, you know, the ones that have the jab, you know, shouldn't have anything to worry about. You know, if they're so confident, you know, they shouldn't have anything to worry about. You know, but again, you know, the devil, you know, once his agenda, you know, steamrolled upon the people, man. All right. Now, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Right. So device is a scheme, a plot. All right. Clearly, this is a plot. All right. This whole sickness that's going around, this whole thing clearly is a plot. All right. And they're getting careless because anybody that has a brain that's not a bird brain, that doesn't have a bird brain, can clearly see through this bullshit. You know, it's like if somebody's trying to convince you of something that's a lie, you know, they keep nagging you about it. They keep repeating. They keep exacerbating what they're saying so that you can fully believe them. You know, it was Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's chief minister of propaganda, that said, you know, if you say a lie enough, you know, people will believe it. Okay, people will believe it. You know, this right there is just complete. You know, it's mind-boggling what this devil's doing. But again, you got to be a bird brain, somebody that perhaps has the capacity of a 5. See, I did a show a while ago, you know, that saying that Americans have the brain capacity of a child, because a child, you know, he really doesn't do any research of his own. His mindset is not in that. His mindset is to follow whatever the parents are saying, you know, because they believe that whatever the parents tell them to do is for their best interest. Even if the parent don't give a shit about, because you got parents like that these days, okay, that don't care about their child and will, you know, don't really care, but the child, you know, fully believes that their parent is good because it's everything they got. Likewise, these Americans, man, you know, they fully believe in the government because it's everything they have, man. That's it. Now, Job 20:23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. You know, at the end of the day, they won't be able to fulfill their dream, all right, which is to fulfill their enterprise. All this is happening because they're in a rush, because the Heavenly Father's about to send his only begotten Son. Okay, they're in a rush, and they're getting sloppy with it. You know, they're getting sloppy with it. Revelations 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Now this devil is not talking about no spiritual devils, not talking about no guy with a pitchfork, in a lake of fire or nothing. No, this is talking about the nation of Edom, the elite, especially these elites of the so-called white man. All right, that's who the devil is. Okay, which the word devil means deceiver. They're masters of deception. All right, and this is proof. Okay, this is proof. You can't see through this, then you've been deceived. All right, John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in truth, because there is no truth in him. This is now the Lord was referring back to Esau. Okay, he was telling this to the wicked, of the Jake, but at the end of the day, he's saying the truth. The first liar was the spirit of Esau, was Esau. When the Lord inquired, where's thy brother Abel? He said, am I thy brother's keeper? Because he knew where his brother was at. And the Lord asked him, where's thy brother? He lied. So this devil, the spirit of this devil is a lying tongue, man. It's a lying tongue. So why you gotta believe anything this man says? He was a murderer from the beginning. A murderer, right? A murderer. So you better believe that all his concoctions are all nothing but weapons, man, to murder. All right, weapons to murder. It says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. See, the Lord is telling you there is no truth in him. Because when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it, right? The father of lies, man. The first liar, which in the garden, all right, and it was through Esau, and then that same spirit, of course, fell on the so-called white men, which are the Edomites, all right. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So you have to have faith, man. You have to have faith. Faith is believing in something that you can't see. You gotta believe in the Lord. That the Lord is going come through for you. The scriptures say, have any trusted in the Lord and was forsaken. But that faith is a gift. And this devil through his magic will even deceive the hopeful elect if possible. But if you remember the hopeful elect, you won't be deceived. You won't take this jab, and you definitely won't take this MOBT, MOTB, Salakia, So, at the end of the day, we're not ignorant of his devices, his plots, his schemes. We know what he's scheming, because we can see it through prophecy. The Lord is not that we're diviners, but the Lord left us a roadmap as to how he shaped the world, what he's going to do with the world, how the world's going to transgress. It's all in the Bible, man. It's all in the scriptures, and we're living in some prophetic times, man. This is a very prophetic time that we're living in, So this is the time that, you have to be right with the Lord, man. And that goes for everybody, for myself. We got to be right with the Lord, man, because this is the time that, we're going to need protection. We're going to need protection. And the Lord, he's very selective. So at the end of the day, we know that there's nothing you can do, if you weren't chosen. But, but at the same time, the scriptures say, make thy calling and election sure, man. Make thy calling and election sure, because at the end of the day, man, the Lord said, choose ye this day life or death. All right. So, Put your trust in the Lord, man. Don't put your trust in all this shit, because this shit's coming. All right, these mandates, they're coming. All right, they gonna force this thing upon people, and it's all coming, and it's all a prelude to the MOTB. That's all it is, which the Bible talks about in the book of Revelation, that if you do take that chip, the RFID microchip, you are doomed to be destroyed. You're marked for death by the Lord, all right, through these nuclear missiles that are going to destroy America, which is that lake of fire that the Apostle John saw in the island of Patmos. All right, so this right here is insane. This is crazy to me. Okay, and like I said, I didn't want to dabble and dig into too deep into this article because, at the end of the day, they're gonna take this down. I don't want them, be messing, but Lord willing, this will get out, and and whoever needs to be fed through the Spirit will be fed, man. Okay, because a man's going is of the Lord. How can a man understand his ways? So if the Lord, permits you to hear this, you're hearing it for the first time, and it was meant for you to have faith. You will have faith. All right. So hopefully this was edifying. This is always the purpose.